Mitochondria. A cell is the basic functional unit of life. Different cell organelles carry out specific functions of the cell and are essential for a cell's survival. One of the most important organelles found in a cell is the mitochondria. Mitochondria are known as the powerhouses of the cell and are only present in eukaryotic cells. As the name suggests, the main function of a mitochondrion is to generate energy in the form of ATP for the cell's various activities. Come, let's learn about the structure of a eukaryotic mitochondrion in this module. At the end of this module, you will be able to describe the structure of a mitochondrion. Mitochondria, an overview. Mitochondria are membrane-bound organelles and are one of the largest organelles found in the cytoplasm. They were first identified as bioblasts by German pathologist Richard Altmann in the year 1840. The name mitochondria was coined by Carl Benda in 1898. The mitochondria change shape rapidly. Therefore, mitochondria may appear spherical or tubular in shape. The number of mitochondria also varies from 1 to several thousand depending on the cell's energy requirement. Mitochondria are in constant motion inside the cell. They tend to move to regions of high energy requirement and can undergo repeated rounds of fusion and fission. The mitochondria have their own DNA and their own machinery for protein synthesis. They multiply by the process of fission, just like bacteria. General structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria are membrane-bound organelles and range from 0.5 to 1 micrometers in diameter. Mitochondria are made up of an outer and an inner membrane. The membrane is composed of phospholipid bilayer and proteins. The outer membrane contains large number of proteins called porins, which allow diffusion of molecules from one side of the membrane to the other. The space between the outer membrane and the inner membrane is known as the intermembrane space. The intermembrane space contains several proteins such as the cytochrome C or complex 3, which plays an important role in the electron transport chain. The inner membrane of the mitochondria is thrown into a number of folds called the crista. Crista increase the surface area of the membrane and provide a larger space for biochemical reactions to take place. The number of crista is not constant and can vary with the cell's energy requirement. Crista are studded with many proteins that are involved in the electron transport chain and ATP synthesis. The most important ones being complex 1, NADH dehydrogenase, complex 2, succinate dehydrogenase, complex 3, cytochrome BC1 complex, complex 4, cytochrome oxidase, and F0F1 portion of the ATP synthase enzyme protein. The space enclosed by the inner membrane is known as the matrix. The matrix contains a highly concentrated mixture of hundreds of enzymes required for TCA cycle, F1 portion of ATP synthase enzyme, special mitochondrial ribosome, and several copies of the mitochondrial DNA genome. The enzymes in the matrix and the ATP synthase complex help in producing ATP. Production of ATP is the most important function of mitochondria.